Um, hello. No, hold on. Hello, everyone. Where are we?
Why don't you turn around and look?
Okay. Hello, everyone. We're at the Advanced Technology Laboratories, and we're here for the Regolith Excavation Challenge. Apparently, this is a space project where robots pick up dirt. Cassandra would probably do something about the deadly space dust.
Yes.
Chip has just informed me that the space dust that we're dealing with here will kill you. So we're gonna go get respirators. I wasn't told about this when we came down here. Thanks, guys. So the dust will kill you. So we have to go get some sort of special breathing apparatus. I see some people have really nice ones, and some people have like those painter's masks, which barely keep out noxious fumes. So those are the people who are, no one cares about apparently. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're down here at the Regolith Challenge again at Cal Poly. This is Louis Mendoza filling in for Cassandra Hine. We are about to watch the excavation challenge, and these robots are here as part of a. Let's find out. It's a NASA challenge to get a robot on the moon to scoop dirt. Is that about right?
Did you study any of this before we came today?
I didn't even. I knew we were coming up to San Luis Obispo, but that is it. I was supposed to. I didn't know I was going to be doing this gig, hosting the show until she gets here. This is kind of entertaining, actually. I can breeze over it real quick.
No, let's go see what they're doing.
Yeah, let's go check it out. There's other people here. Maybe we could just film one of the other people interviewing people. Chip's filming the robot. It's stuck. There's piles of dirt. Who's driving this thing? Oh. Chip, this robot's not doing anything. I've been watching this thing for a good 5 minutes, and all it's done is made piles of dirt around its wheels. It's not moving. I don't know who's controlling it. Can we find out who's controlling it?
I think it's got to control itself, right?
Oh, this is an autonomous robot? Okay.
The whole layout was chosen in a random fashion. All that was determined beforehand, and everybody learned about that just this morning. The winner gets $500,000, second place gets $150,000, and third place gets $100,000.
So they get to just spend it for fun, or is that they have to use it for research or something?
There's no, as far as I know, there's no strings attached to it. They could take you out for dinner.
So apparently the winner of the excavator challenge is going straight to Vegas with $500K. It's the deadly space dust. Are you going to be watching from up close? Because we're going to be right there in the dust, apparently, which I found out is deadly.
You can see it best from inside.
Oh, really? They got a
Big
camera or
TV,
something?
Yeah, several cameras.
Can we stay away from the dust and go inside? No.
There's a fella inside videoing the screen.
Oh, that's the smart guy.
That's the lazy guy.
Yeah, that's the lazy. Apparently, we have to go right up to the dust.
There you go.
Well, I've been working on it for about a year, and really heavily in about the last 3 or 4 months.
We heard you entered last year as well.
That's correct.
Did your robot finish last year?
It was the only one to last a full 30 minutes. You could build a stationary machine last year,
Okay.
and all 4 that came were all stationary.
Oh, okay. So
And
this
so-
is definitely much more useful.
This is more useful and about 1,000 times more difficult.
Okay.
It's between the ramp and the rocks and the random placement. Any one of those would have made it a difficult challenge. Well, you put it in and you're going to randomly place it and orient it. It needs to drive around, avoid the rocks, avoid the walls, dig this dirt, drive up that ramp, and dump it in a collector box.
That stuff looks really light.
It's really
I
heavy.
understand it's really heavy.
It's heavy.
I'm down at the site here working. I got a face mask, I got plywood, and I got piping. It's just like normal job. They stole those from the hotel this morning on the way down to the challenge.
Say, look at that other crew, and then try to act as professional as they are.
Oh, the guys that are quiet and holding stuff and walking around like they know what they're doing. I told my mom, I was like, I'm going up to film this thing, and there's this dust. I have to wear a NASA spacesuit. I told her it was going to be a lot more technical than this. And she's like, don't go. I'm feeling the pressure. It's not even my robot. Can you tell me what happens if they don't get it started in time?
Disqualified.
Oh, DQ'd. I'm white-knuckled.
Right now, it is trying to spin around in place and find a locating beacon that's up above the ramp.
In the middle, a problem?
Yeah, it's a big problem.
All right, we have
Yeah.
dirt. Scooping.
Actually, the navigation is the hardest part, and obstacle avoidance is probably the
Higher?
second hardest part, and actually excavating is probably about the third hardest part. But it would be moving. We're done. The planetary is stripped out on the left-hand side.
Once they start digging, then the digging is very efficient, very quick. The hard part is getting to the point where you start digging because of all the autonomy aspects of it. That's hard. You don't want to spend astronaut time digging. They'll be doing science experiments and learning how to live on the moon. So we want to do all this robotically. There's two types of lunar excavation. There's mining excavation, which is acquiring a regolith for oxygen production. That's called in situ resource utilization, which is living off the land. So you go get the regolith and you make oxygen from it in a chemical plant. You heat it up with hydrogen and you get water out, then you electrolyze the water and you get oxygen out of it. So that's the whole point, is you want to acquire the regolith to make oxygen.
Okay.
That's one use. That's called excavation for mining regolith.
Okay.
The other one is excavation for construction purposes. That's more civil engineering,
Right.
building things, roads, landing pads, berms, foundations, and that's a whole nother level of excavation which might require a bigger machine. You extract the oxygen and the byproducts are aluminum, iron, and titanium,
why don't
which
we
is
do
pretty
that
useful
down
for
here?
making parts. One team's approach might be good for one thing, another team's approach might be good for another thing. These bucket wheels, for example, have been heavily studied. It's very efficient. A swiveling bucket with a jaws type of mechanism, and that's typically used on a drag line here on Earth, on a
Right.
crane. The problem with this machine is it needs some kind of reaction force, and on the moon and with 1/6 gravity, there's very low reaction forces. You're almost floating, so you have nothing to push against. So the first thing that happens when you dig is your whole rover lifts up.
So how are they going to get past all these problems?
That's why we're here, is to see if there are innovative solutions that other people are thinking about that we can use on the moon. Last year they dug a lot more, but it didn't have any mobility in it, and realistically on the moon we'll have mobility. So that's why this year mobility is required.
Right.
But autonomous mobility is difficult. That's like driving your car without a driver.
Right. I do that every night.
Well,
Surprised.
that's called autonomy.